actually skipped ahead a little bit. My bad. So, basically, as she thought that her son John was going to the field trip, she talks to the guidance counselor, saying, he's like, telling her the truth as they were kissing. He's like, I'm not who you think I am. My name's not Carrie, Tate. Laurie Strode. I changed my name when I went into hiding. My brother killed my sister when she was 17 with a really big, sharp kitchen knife. They locked him up for a long time, but he got out and came after me, but I got away. But he killed a lot of my friends. It happened on Halloween. Finally, he recognized her ghastly, infamous tale of Michael Myers from 20 years earlier. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed. So then she's like, faked her death, and now she's the headmistress of a very posh, secluded private school in Northern California, hoping and praying every year that her brother won't find her. And after sitting for 15 years in a sanitarium on a rainy night, Myers murderously decided to go trick-or-treating when she was 17 years old in 1978. Suddenly, Laurie feared for the life of her own 17-year-old son, tried to call Yosemite or Yosemite to talk to him, but her phone was dead, and discovers her son's camping gear in the closet, realizing he hadn't taken the trip. So then she has a handgun, because California, you have the right to carry. Republicans! But anyway, Ronnie told her that there was a strange car parked at the gate, but there was no signs of trespassing. So Sarah found Charlie searching for a corkscrew in the kitchen, without any luck, by the way. Took the dumbwaiter, found Charlie searching and he was using the dumbwaiter to the next floor up, where Myers confronted him, slit his throat. Who, honestly, he kind of looks like a teenage version of Michael Myers, by the way. Or, not Michael Myers. I can't say it right. It's, what's his face? Austin Powers, thank you. And with the suspense, the corkscrew dropped in the garbage disposal, when Sarah followed after him, she found his bloody corpse in a dumbwaiter. Myers chased after her and slashed her right thigh as she fled into the dumbwaiter to the other floor. And as she climbed out, Myers cut the conveyor's rope, causing her leg to be crushed by the dropped dumbwaiter. And he then approached her next to the floor with his foot, stabbed her multiple times. Seriously, this guy is like deranged. It's always collateral damage. Can't you just say it? Hey, get the fuck out of here. But basically, Myers stabbed, multiple backs with the butcher knife. John and Molly went looking for their friends. They found a blood trail on the floor and Sarah's body hanging from a lights fixture in the pantry. They fled for their lives after a glimpse of him. Myers stabbed John in the leg, although Molly fended him off as they both ran to the locked gate outside his mother's residence. The two were cornered, trapped, and threatened by Myers, slashing knives between the locked gate and the doorway, until Laurie and Will opened the door behind them. Laurie came face to face momentarily with her own evil nemesis. Through the door's round window, and she's grabs her handgun, and Myers is gone. The teenagers were barricaded and locked in one of the rooms, and Will and Laurie searched for Myers in their hallways. Will fired 5 shots at a shadowy figure, accidentally shooting Ronnie in the head. However, he wasn't, killed. It just grazed his head. And by the way, Ronnie's the black security guard who likes to write the poems and stuff. Later, he's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry I killed her. And then, and stabs him. And then is literally lifting him up like he's some shish kebab with a butcher knife, mind you. I mean, sure, you can stab a guy in so deep, but then use him as a friggin' human shish kebab and then let him tremble until he dies. She was later like, oh no, and she grabs a fire extinguisher and bashes Myers in the head with it. He's like, "Get away from me, bitch!" So later at the front gate, she left them to drive. She basically helps the two teens, and tells them to drive down a mile down the road where they were to call the police and an ambulance. When she returned after breaking the gate mechanism with a rock to a school to battle Myers herself, she grabbed an emergency fire axe, and now she's like going Left 4 Dead 2. Challenged Myers, calling out his name several times as she stalked him. Laurie wounded him with the axe while her arms were slashed with his butcher knife. He stalked her under cloth tables, I guess, in the school's dining area, like the cafeteria, until she impaled him with a wooden flagpole. God damn, you disrespectful. Oh well. America! It's like sending the unstoppable killer off the balcony into a dining room table below. Appeared to be dead after the fall, but to make sure, she decided to stab him more times, although Ronnie prevented her, who's the black guy. He's like, hey, lady, it's okay. It's okay. He's like, no, it's not okay, you stupid idiot. So, it was, like, really stupid. But, anyway. Later, the police arrived, where Ronnie and Laurie's wounds were bandaged, and a stretcher carrying this supposed Myers in a body bag was loaded. Wielding a gun, Laurie drove off at high speed in the coroner's vehicle and steered down. She's like, I gotta kill this bastard once and for all, so that way he can never bother me again. So, later, she drives the van off cliffs after he breaks out of the body bag behind her. When he emerged, she slammed on the brakes, propelling him through the windshield and onto the ground. Then she crashed into the van into his body and steered the van off cliffside. In the accident, the van tumbled over and over, and the paramedic found himself helplessly pinned between the vehicle and a tree. Although thrown from the vehicle, Laurie recovered and saw who she believed was her brother, and entreating her with an outstretched hand, like, come on, give me one last hug before you kill me. And she's like, oh, I want to show pity to you. And then she touched her fingertips to his. And then she's like having that realization moment. She's like, oh yeah, that's right, he's trying to kill me. Wham! Home run, like, completely cuts the head off with the large but this is where it all ends bad for her, because as it turns out, it wasn't Myers. It was another guy, and she ended up going to an institute after that because she killed a person, like, insanely. So she's like, oh no, I killed the wrong guy. And later they're gonna explain, like, how the other guy ended up being Myers and all that stuff. And so, as we end this episode, I believe it's I don't remember what episode it was. Hang on, but anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't have this, like, really planned as well as I wanted it to. I have issues. Serious ones. Let me just get this. Okay, so tomorrow is going to be the last episode of this playlist, which will be let me just check, because even I don't remember the movie that well, or the movie series. But what I have problems with is, like, hey, this is like oh, I can't. Resurrection. So we're going to that'll be the last one, and that'll take place in 2002. So once that's finished, I'll be glad, because then I don't have to do this. I'm only doing this once. I'm not doing this once every year. I'm just doing this once and then done. So don't expect me to do this every single year, because this is frustrating enough as it is without reading the stuff word for word. Honestly, kind of feel bad that I used it. However, that's what I got. So that's done. One of these days, though, I've got to try and get the field orders. But I guess, and this thing kind of seems weird, but I'm just going to drive, instead of my Humvee driving off into the sunset, it's going to drive straight into the camera. So, oh God, oh God.